Okay, so tell us a bit more about your idea of the Mishkan.
Okay, well, you can call it neo-Mishkanism or neo-tabernacleism, in that when there are precedents to something, when there's a mound in a flat space, especially in Israel, you can often, presume that it is a tell, and that means that it was a city and which was destroyed and built. Another city was built on it, and another city, and another city, and there's many different layers and substrata, substrata, which and then you ask, why did so many people build in such a place? What was so attractive for it in the first place? And then you go back to the core elements. Usually there's a spring. Usually it's on a hill with a valley in a strategic place leading from down to the Jordan Valley on one side and to the Mediterranean on the other side. There were religious sites all along that, which was actually the plateau, which were trade routes, or not only as trade routes, but routes for posts or for communication, because they were beating drums on these routes, and they were using lights and code. The early alphabet was delivered in code and sound code over these. There were temples or altars all along what is called the West Bank, or where the holy sites, the Canaanite sites, and some of the first biblical sites, from the Mountain of Blessing to Mount Gerizim to Shiloh to Gilgal, then to Beit El, and then to Jerusalem and Hebron until Beersheba. So these are, and all of them are actually positional routes. So there's a lot of technique happening here. So it's not just about the tabernacle. It's not just it's talking about the predecessors of knowledge. So when there's knowledge in one place, there's always a predecessor to it. And so, and even in the 21st century, it always disappointed me to hear these great intellectual atheists, Sam Harris and Christopher Hitchens and Dawkins, and that they criticize religion. But religion is really the fabric, is the predecessor, is what preceded and in some way imbues the entire imagination, the Western imagination, the entire creative imagination. So when they come and say religion is redundant, is no longer is obsolete, I don't get that. I see that it's in recess, and it's coming to inform. And that's why this picture is so interesting. And I was thinking, well, let's look into, let's use the intentions, and I suppose that's the basis of all interpretation, of legal interpretation. So look at. There's so many labours which were detailed here, and of the 39 different major labours, and then let's look at the future, the major discussions into the future. What is going to occur, and to sort of see, is there a relationship, and is there a sort of a telling from the past of how to do things. For instance, one of the things that we've already discussed is the right to bear arms, which is a principle in the American, in the Constitution. I think it'd be a Second Amendment. But also there's another principle, the right to congregate. The right for people to be at any one time in any one place. You can have hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people to demonstrate, to congregate, to be friendly. It's a right. It's considered to be a right that there should not be anyone to tell other people to congregate. Obviously, if it's peaceful, it can't be in a congregation for the purpose of war. But to congregate for peaceful or to do peaceful demonstration and all these types of things. So these ideas, I think, just like you interpret, these ideas also be interpreted I've done so in another session, to AI, the right to be able to communicate with any individual using the tools, and to be able to collaborate with anybody that you want, and to create a protocol with any set, and not to do it via the large organizations. I think and that's why we discussed the right to personalize AI because it really is a way, the basis, the gateway to Toolery, using the ultimate artificial intelligence, which will, let's say, be the method in which we will use future tools. And I want to talk more about what these tools are in another session.